morning, Rabbi Isai. We have a gewaldige email lineup. There's a lot of mazel tovs and a lot of visuals. First of all, mazel tov to the one and only Joey Levy on becoming a grandfather. Mazel tov.
Not to steal Donnie's thunder.
New satellite location. Rabbi Isai, new satellite location. Starting in Edison. It's going to be every night. JJ Reader, who's at the Shabbaton. JJ, every night at 9 p.m. Rabbi Isai, if you live there, and if your name is Avi Kamelar, go be mechazik them. Yitzi Burger, Pesach Weintraub for arranging and sponsoring. Also, Fishy's son, Mazel Tov, Moshe Fisher of Tom's River. Do you remember him? Hashtag MDY cufflinks. What did I say? Oh, Psachia. Let's go back. I have Psachia Weintraub. Sorry. Maybe I hope Mark throws in this email because I don't have it here of this coming video, but I'll try to get back to it. Rabbi Isai, here we go. There's a lot of Shmaka Good Morning Rabbi Isais. Here we go. This is this one is super unique, and it like there's a lot of. It's taken by Yisrael Goldstein. I love the lighting on top. It's one of a kind. Rabbi Isai, here we go.
Good morning, Rabbi Isai.
The colors, it's chartered plane from like Prague to here. I don't know. Also, we have this guy.
Also remember to learn today's stuff.
Oh. Dear Belly, I'm a 6th grade Rebbe at MDY, Magen David Yeshiva. I think there's a kid, this Magen David. They had it first, MDY. Come sit down. There's a seat for you. There has to be a seat somewhere, no? Wow. What kind of, come to the front. Give it out. Over here. Next to the guy with the green yarmulke. Come sit down. The next video, you'll see why I believe there's a tremendous hashgacha pratis. I just hop now. I'm a 6th grade Rebbe at MDY, Magen David Yeshiva, Brooklyn for 13 years, Leon Horror. Recently beginning in Menachos, started to join my other part of MDY in my life. As a rabbi of the community, I can say, you're an incredible Maggid Shir, and purposely doing the long shir with you every day, because that's what makes the daf. My students inspired by you. Can't wait to start the day with attached video. The picture was spotted by my wife. Ninja Kids Miami, last Yeshiva week. What does a person do in Ninja Kids Miami? You'll see in a second. Maribis, Shkoyach Babi, Maribis Tobi Rabim, Rabbi Simantov Yanetz, Mashru Kazeh, Queens. Here we go.
Good morning, Rabbi Isai.
Magen David. Here he is learning Torah while his kids are having fun over there. Yesterday, I went to visit a school, mamish next door, to visit the Menal. I had a meeting with him. I had to go speak to him. As we walk in, Noam and Benny and myself, one of the Rabbeim was in the hallway. He says, "Oh, you're here. You got to come into my class." It's okay. It was not planned. What happened? I was so shocked because you'll see the amount of kids is crazy. Check this out. So this is just spontaneous. As I'm walking down the hallway, I say, "Okay, which class?" It happens to be 6th grade, and that's the email from the Magen David. Is also 6th grade. Okay. Hold on. I asked them how many kids come here to the Beis Medrash every night. Whose part? Yeah. Who's part of MDY? Who's really from MDY? Who's not part of MDY? It was crazy. Here in the 6th grade. Anyway, Baruch Hashem, we fell into the right class. 6-year-old Rechmiel Weiss gets someone to join him at the Cholon competition. Here's Eli Weiss And the Cholent, what is it called?
At the Cholent Festival.
Oh, this one. I think it really goes.
At the Cholent Festival. Let's go.
To do what now? Yomi. Tom's River. You might not want to read this. I don't know why. I always wanted to do that, but I nearly all the excuses you keep on listing not to do it until you got to Menachos, decided to just a small masechta with my son. But obviously, once I started, not stop. Couldn't even if I wanted to. Been doing it every day since. However, during the summer holidays, I had to do it on my own. Not have access to the internet. I don't have a smartphone. Then when I realized that I'm enjoying it so much, even on my own, I've never been able to do a full daf on my shmak. And then I realized it'll take me too long to finish shots in 7.5 years. And I have time, I'll do 2 daf daily. I still do the daf plus another one traveling backwards. I want to say that maybe I don't follow you daily, besides for the jokes with the AI with my kids, but each day I learn these 2 daf. It's still in your schos. You give me such a shmak, enjoying what you're learning. A few days ago, I felt a burden, Perik Azov. It was tough, but as soon as I thought of you, you just kept sweat the love of daf in me. Givaldig. Talmud afar, but you are my backbone. Thank you. Kind regards. YY Salem, Manchester. There's one more I wanted to show. I don't know if it comes with the email or not. I don't see the email. Anyways, I forgot this guy's name. He sent me a bunch of messages. He was in a big tzara when he was in Miami. The other day, he got out of his tzara, and he says that a lot of people from MDY, including Mark Ashkenazi, was in constant contact with him to give him chizuk.
Good morning, Reb Eli. After 2.5 years, my case is done. I've been following you since I voted Zara every day. And I just have one more thing. Good morning, Rabosai.
He made his lawyers and everybody. I don't know who those guys are, but shkoyach, beautiful. It comes with some email, but I don't have the email. It's not inserted here. Okay. Official edition MDY Shas, the Daf, Yogi and Freda Loshinsky. Freda, oh, Yogi, what's that stuff?
What zog?
How did you get in here? You brought me guitars. Somebody has a tie on the guitar. You were, yeah. Zech nishmas Moshe ben Peretz, Yehuda Aryeh ben Yaakov, v'kol mishpachtoi Hashem yinkom domoi. Slide 3. That's where the email is. Oh, here we go. Yeshua Markel, I've experienced a test that I wasn't sure if I would survive. Just for October 7th of my life was taken over and turned around. I was so fortunate to meet such amazing people to help me get through this. Today, I'm a free man after 2.5 years on house arrest and multiple times wanted to see you when you're in Hollywood, Florida, but I can't even go. 2.5 years of wondering if I'm going to have to break Shabbos because of my monitor. I've been following you every day without missing a day since I've had Zara. My marriage, my ability to be a great dad was so difficult. You gave me life back because now I'm so committed to learning with you every day and now I'm free. The tears that I've had the last 2.5 years because I just wasn't sure what was going to happen is something that I would hope nobody goes through and that they get close to Hashem and not wait for the test, that test. I've constantly told people not to speak during Kaddish. I finally got my Daf Yomi sweater. We all realize how important prayer is and how it saves us. We don't realize how important the Torah is and how it saves us. I am proof. Thank you, and now I will do the same as you and use my skills to help people because that shame doesn't put us through a battle just for ourselves. We go through it to help others. May Hashem bless you and all the fowls with the understanding of how important it is to be a Jew, how important it is to pray to Hashem, and how important it is to love Torah. Yeshua Markel, please play the attached video for the Olam. Givaldik, we did. Awesome. Matir Asurim. Rabbi Isai, what else do we have here? Oh. The monthly sponsors. Oh, we have a new monthly. Saul Fishy Fisher. Fishy, otherwise known as Fishy. He did a monthly in honor of Moshe's putting on Tefillin Mazel Tov. He's supposed to be here today, but I think he got stuck in by the Chassan over there in Morocco. I don't know if he got stuck, but anonymous. Ladies Vas Rivka Leah Basi Shaya Koyin Chofei Shvat Beth and Mati Friedman in honor of the bar mitzvah of our grandson Arichayim Paris of Orlando. Mazel Tov. Paris Chaim Levin Yeshakoyach to Yaakov Cyril for promoting MDY to millions of people. Will Emir Hashem join you at the Queens Link Networking Expo on February 18th to recruit new members to this year? He was on ABC News and he spoke about MDY. So you should koyach. Yaakov Yosef and Mindy Ashkenazi, 30th anniversary. Mazel tov to Mark and Yafa, who do so much for MDY in Klal Yisrael. Psh. Wow, 30th anniversary. Unbelievable. The official edition of MDY Shas Masechta by the Iranian Levy family's Perek Anonymous. Lili Nishma Zachariah Ben Moshe. Masechta sponsor David Salomon. Dedicated memory of Avi Merib Shmuel Borg Berem Chaim Tzvi Doiz Chron Vracha. Masechta sponsors Joel Gedalis. Lili Nishma my father Jack Gedalis. Anonymous. Haslacha Beruchnis Begashmi is the Palchik Family Foundation. Zech Nishma Rabbi Goyer Shlomo Palchik. The Metchetzer Ilui. Anonymous, Rav Shlomo Moshe Ben Izah. Anonymous, for complete Rav Shlomo and Arichas Yom Talei Bas Esther Yisrael Malki. Toilet Dar Spichom Alpi Zav Chesed. We're so proud of you. Yaakov Mordechai, keep steiging. Cindy Gross and family. Canby Island, UK, in honor of Rebellion. You changed my meaning of life. Plenty Almighty. Yossi, Mark, and Benny, and all the Oiskim at Tzarchi MDY. Because Baruch Yishalom Scharim. Monthly sponsors: Ari Simon, Rav Shlomo Avi Mori, Baruch Ben Miriam, Jamie Azulai, Rav Shlomo Esther Bas Luna, Moshe Aaron, Miriam Landy, Hoyd Lashem Kitoiv, Kilo Elam Chazdoi. Yodas and Yehuda Lewis as a schos for everyone in need of a shidduch. Amen. Anonymous, for the merit of Michal Ben Yisrael Yosef, success and blessing in all areas of life. By Sprinting Alan Growth, Nishmas Shalom Zalman Ben Yitzchak Isaac, Yonizing with Tzvir Shakayim, for Shlomo Yonatan Eitam B'Shem Bracha. Anonymous, for the merit of Rav Shlomo from Malka Bas Chayo, Senders.com helping get in Davin Tzibur with pop-up in Yonim anywhere worldwide. Nishmas Chaim Shalom Ben Betzalel. And the art. The month, Rav Shlomo Yonatan Eitam B'Shem Bracha, Rav Shlomo Mordechai Ben Esther, Rav Ayala Daniel Zev Ben Ayala Esther. We're holding Daf. Oh, I have to go back a little bit. I forgot about this. Okay, where are we holding? Omer Rav Yidom Shmuel. Ksava, we're having a bunch of halachas now from Shmuel. Ksava igeres psula. If you write a mezuzah, we're holding like 6 lines from the bottom of the Flamin Beis. Huh? They said Omer Rav Yidom Shmuel. Where? Oh, 2 lines from the bottom. Oh, okay, good. Okay. Omer Rav Yidom Shmuel, another halacha. Mitzvah lahanicha betoich chaloloi shel Pesach. The mitzvah to put the mezuzah inside the doorway and not on the outside. Unfortunately, I did not transfer that piece. Okay, so we saw the shadim one, right? This is in the doorway, but not flat like where the light is. You see, like on that part of the stone, not over there. It should be inside the doorway. Pshita. Inside your gate, inside the doorway. So it says, as we're going to learn, it's a mitzvah to put it 1 tefach away from the street. So the further away it is from your house, the closer it is to the street, because as we're going to see, you're supposed to the first thing you touch, the first thing you come in contact with, or see is the mezuzah, so maybe it should be on the face of the house, not in the house, not under the door. Kamash Malon, that no, it's no good if it's on the face, it should be in the doorpost. Here, I have my doorpost there, I brought this. It was a Castell thing. This is the doorpost. So it should be over here and not over here. I would think over here it's even closer to the street. You come here, you bump into the mezuzah right here. No, it should be inside, over here. Okay. Yeah, you could buy doors now in Eretz Yisrael that have the cutout for the mezuzah with a piece that even has like a shin on it, and just flat in the mezuzah. Yes, I don't know what that has to do with here, but yes, yeah. Not in, I'm talking about no. In meaning. This is the doorpost over here and not over here. That's what I mean by in. I don't mean in, not like this little.
Not like in the gates of Yerushalayim. In the gates of Yerushalayim.
Not over here.
Right.
Sometimes people put it over here, not over here. In, underneath, it should be covered by a roof, by this roof. It should be within the door frame.
That's five national versions of the door.
Why? We're going to talk about that soon, about the straight side, but yeah. So the Ashkenazi door would have to be this way, according to you. Well, let's get there. Okay, another halacha, top of Lamed Gimel Omer Aleph. Ve'omar Rabbi Yehuda Omer Shmuel, Rabbi Yehuda said in the name of Shmuel, Sobal Shnei Dapim Psula, if you wrote your mezuzah on two columns as so, no good. Meisvei, I have a question. If you wrote it on two rows and you actually inserted it into two separate mezuzahs as so, what's the halacha? Sula. But it's mashma. It seems like if you wrote it on two columns, but put it into the problem over here is there's two mezuzah boxes. But if you put the two rows into one box, it's kosher. Says Gemara, no. The problem over there is not that he put it into two boxes. The problem is the reason why it's possible is not because he put it into two mezuzahs. It's because you wrote it in a way that you could put it into two mezuzahs. The actual writing is what puzzles it. The fact that you wrote onto two columns, that's possible. Another one. So this is very interesting. We have a situation in our office. I didn't really check it out, but it might be even worse than I think. We have two offices below the Beis Medrash. Both of them have doors facing outside. You could access the two offices from the outside. But they also have a door in between them. Connecting door, like in a hotel room, sometimes you get a door so your kids could share the room with you. So the question is, in a door like that in a hotel room is a big problem. We might have the same problem downstairs. We'll go check it. But let's say there's only one door. What's the dominant room? The one that Yoshi sits in, I would say? Or maybe it's the other guy or whatever, So how do you figure it out? They might be equal. So then why would I put the mezuzah on the right side, maybe on the left side? Maybe I'm entering from this guy's office to that guy's office. So the halacha is that we go by the hinge. And we look at where the hinge is. In other words, what it really means is where does the door open up to? And that's how we're going to finish off today's sugi also. We're going to go through other things, but at the end we're going to see this idea comes back. Where does the door open up to? Oh, so if it's pocket door, some even say you're not chayav mezuzah. Like sliding doors, there's a machlok is whether you need. We say you do, but it goes by the tzir. So it becomes very interesting. Omer Avada. Oh, my heker tzir. What does it mean? I don't even understand what you're saying. Heker tzir. Recognize the hinge. Omer Avada afkita. So we have a little bit. This is not going to help much, but you see, in those days, the hinges were like this. What it really means is the swing of the door. So let's see. Hechidami, for instance, kigoyim pischa the bein trei bati. Let's say, like every typical house has two rooms. One is for the wife, one is for the husband, one is for the man, one for the woman. They try not to mingle. Bein bei gavrei lebein nashi. Here, the Gemara says it. I didn't say it. And here it is. Here's the house, your typical house. The pink on the right, that's the woman's side. And then the guy has his thing. Now, once in a while, they want to visit each other. So there's a door. No. The house. She's in some. Yeah. I said, mamish like our office. This is beautiful. Look at this. Each one has a doorway. You can get access. You don't have to disturb the other person.
She went to Beis Ima.
Beis Ima? They did things very differently then. They had a special hotel for women. We're not going to go into it. Okay, so in the house, she's busy cooking, doing her thing. He's doing his thing. So they had and you're talking, the whole house is probably 8 by 8. Okay, a little bit. So you have a little privacy, but there's a doorway in between. Mamish like our offices. This is how our offices look. So goes by us. There's two doors. I didn't want to go into. That's why I said it's very complicated. Once you put a second door on it, then I don't know what to do. But over here, it's very obvious. The door swings open into the woman's corner. So memela, you're going to put the mezuzah leaving from the man's side. You put it on the right. That's on the hinges. You see where the hinge goes. It opens, swings up this way. So you're going to put it on the right. Now, if it swung into the man's side. So on the right side of the woman, from where the woman leaves out, I don't care what side the hinge is on, by the way. It could have been that the door opens into the woman's side and the door is actually hung on the opposite side of the frame. You could also swing it the other way. But the mezuzah will be on the right side. of the man. Always on the right side. It doesn't matter how this door swings. It's where. A door can open this way. It could also open this way. But the point is, it's always going to be on the right side, leaving the man. Hold on. This is the door. I'm going from the man into the woman's side. The mezuzah is going to be right over here. Now, sometimes, in our depiction, the door opened this way, but the door could also open this way. That doesn't matter. The mezuzah is always going to be on the right side of the man, leaving the man's room, on this side. It's not going to be on this side. It doesn't go by the door, which way it opens. It just, because it opens into the woman's side, so that shows that the man is dominant. It swings open into the wife's side, so maybe he's going to put on the right side. Don't get confused by how the door opens. What? Oh, so that's like in a restaurant. It's a problem. Zabaya, I don't know. Again, by the way, let me just say this.
Don't go to a restaurant.
I'm not a Rav, and I'm not passing any halachas, and nobody should pass him based on this shir. We're throwing out musogim that the way we understand it in the Gemara. How it is halachically, I don't know. I'll give you an example. Last night it hit me, like during shir, and it could be it's not an issue at all. It could be it's an issue we have to bring. I once brought a guy, Rabbi Friedrich, his name is, brought him to my house, and he showed me that I needed a mezuzah in a certain place I never knew I needed. I don't need a mezuzah in a different place I didn't need, and you put the mezuzah on the wrong side of the post. It's kedai to bring in a professional. For instance, if you look over there, does that need a mezuzah? And it doesn't have a mezuzah. Coming into the base medrash. We don't know. We passing you do. At the end of the day, it's a base medrash, it's a shul, it's not a base medrash, it's a shul also. Okay, but let's say, does that need? It has a little piece coming down. I don't see a mashkoif, I don't see anything. It's interesting. Fine. It has a nice source of Pesach over there. Okay, but I don't know. Fine. Something to be done. Those are typical issues that you have in houses. Fine. Oh, so Mendy says in his house he has something very similar to that, and they said put it on a mezuzah without a bracha. Fine. Yeah. No, but it's not an absolute not. Reish Galusa, the head of the community, the Reish Galus, Bana Beisa, he built a house. Omar Leila Rav Nachman, so he tells Rav Nachman, and we know Rav Nachman was his son-in-law. Kavali Mezuzah. He tells his son-in-law, go, put a mezuzah. You're Talmid Chacham, put the mezuzah. He says, there's a little bit of a problem. Overlay, Toli Dash Bereisha. First, install the doors. Can't put the mezuzah on the doors when they're, on the construction site. First, you have to install them. Then, you make a bracha. There's a frum guy, two frum guys that I know. First, when I change the doors in my house, it's a popular thing here. So you get these flimsy doors a lot of times from the contractors. Later on, after a nice beating, you change all your doors. So the guy that comes to install them, it's a gishmak parnas here in Eretz Yisrael. You can make like $1,000 a day just installing doors, and it doesn't take a long. It's good for a Haredi guy that didn't have a lot of didn't go to college. This that. It's sneeze dick job. It's a good job. Just throwing it out. I know another guy that got into it. I don't want everybody to take his business away, but nobody really heard this, right? Okay, cool. Omer Rav Yudah Rav.
What do we say?
B'chol dor v'dor. Omer Rav Yudah Rav. Omer Rav asa ki mineger psulo. Oh. By the way, what is this called? This is called, we're going to talk about it later. I could show you the video now or later. What do you guys want? Tasev Eloi Menachos. Tasev Eloi Menachos is the concept of, let's say on Tzitzis. We're going, by the way, this is just a reminder, there's going to be a shir in Psil Tchelet. Is that what it's called? Yeah. The factory, Ptil Chelet, and I don't know where it is. We expect a bunch of people there. It's going to be a nice matzah with food, and they're going to demonstrate how they make the dye. Motzei Shabbos, next Motzei Shabbos. Get ready. So, I don't know if you have to. You have to register, Benny? No, I don't think. No. How are you? Oh, time. I know what it is. I have. He's going to America. Yes, okay. Got it. Okay. He goes, wow. He's been prepared. Wow. Can't remember.
Right now.
How long? You've been up for a while? Okay. Yeah. So.
You're sounding unhinged.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. It's very, I don't know if fringe is this, but I'll tell you one thing, it's for sure cringe. Zakti Gemara. Wow. Oh, I wanted to show a demonstration. I think you're going to like it. But there's one problem at the end. Because every matzav in Bnei Brak has children running and watching, and there's nothing going on. So I told Yoshi, after she, I said, it's just literally a mistake in AI. You can't have a matzav in Bnei Brak, like a chashva truck coming around, and not a single human being. He stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning. Also, 2 o'clock in the morning comes in, because also the guy's necklace wasn't so kosher. It looked like a little cross in the beginning. So anyways, we had a few this. Here we go. Let me see where it is. It's a beautiful piece. I think you're gonna like it. Oh, we're coming to explain. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Coming to explain Tasivle Menachos, that you don't put a mezuzah on a doorpost before it's hung. Here we go. Kabbalah.
Hello?
It's Yankee.
Hi, Yankee. I need to come by for something important. Yes? Okay. הבאתי את המשקוף של הדלת כניסה לווילה שלי, שהרב יוכל לעשות מצוות קביעת מזוזה.
גולד.
קודם בונים את הבית, ואחרי זה עושים קביעת מזוזה.
Okay. What's your name?
Jacob Gindy.
From?
New Jersey.
Shalom Aleichem.
Been with you since, haven't missed a day since Moed Katan.
Thank you. You know what? Rabbi Isai, learn from Rabbi Gindi. People come, I ask people, Shalom Aleichem, where are you from? What's your name? Moshe Zutzmach. After Shir, I've been with you for 8 years straight, haven't missed a day. So say it in Shir. I'm from Chile, and I have 46 guys that are doing the daf with you. So say it. Shkoyach, thank you. Thanks for teaching the island. That's how you do it. That's unbelievable. And what, you missed? You didn't miss since then? Never missed. Unbelievable. Oh, that's how you say it. Anybody else? Shalom Aleichem, what's your name? Shalom Aleichem. Oh, since Marcus. Oh. There we go. Shkoyach. See, now it's going to be a thing. We got to. And your son is here also. Shalom Aleichem. What's your name? First name? Moshe. Shalom Aleichem. You know, I'm a landsman from Massachusetts. My grandfather's a big rav there. Mordechai Savitsky. All right. Oh, Shalom Aleichem. You, yeah, that's right. What's your name? Remind us of your name. Shalom Aleichem. Michal. Who else wants to say Shalom Aleichem? You? You were here? Yes. You're from Stanford Hill. You gave me a lot of chizuk. I'll tell you why. One of the things I dislike, the people that come to me, could you do a video for so and so? It's like it's Yom V'Layla. I don't like doing it. He told me that he asked me to do it in Stanford Hill 2 years ago for his brother, and his brother has not missed a daf since he got the video from me. And he said he's a bigger fan of the shir than him himself. That's what he said. Yishkoyach. All right. Gave me chizuk. What?
During COVID, a lot of people getting requests to make videos.
Yeah.
So Simcha Leiner met Avram Fried. They said to him, Avremel, how many videos did you make today? And he said, Simcha, not enough.
Wow. All right. I took the Musser. Now it's just going to be, I know you don't like taking videos, but it would be very nice if you took one for my son, because he's mamash a big fan. Where are we? Omer Rav, Aso Kimin Neger Psulo. We have Gevaldika art today. Beautiful stuff. Explains the Sugya Gevaldika. Is a Neger. It's basically you put the mezuzah laying down, almost like a nail, like I forgot what it's called, a bolt. A bolt of the door. Neger is a bolt of a door. When we were in London, and we were in that hotel, I forgot the name of the Frum Hotel, and they have a shul there that used to be the pillar, thank you. So they have like a shul there, and they have a door that's like a couple hundred years old, and I took pictures, I couldn't find it yesterday. It had a neger, it had the bolt, the whole thing. So you put it sideways, not good. In Rav's house, all the mezuzahs were laying down like that. And another halacha, second thing. You know the Rosh Hashivas, the Admorim, they have like a private door that comes right by the Aron Kodesh. They sneak into the Beis Medrash. So Rav had one of these, Rebbe had one of these, and it didn't have a mezuzah on it. So we have two problems here. Lo kashi. Ho Davida kisikta. Ho Davida kistavira. Kisikta means like this, okay, like laying down like a sika, like a pin or like a nail. And look at this interesting one. Kistavira is like bending the knee, which would make it very interesting. That means there's a bend in the mezuzah. This is like, so as
it's in between.
Well, why would the case? The case means that there's a mezuzah that shape. That's what I'm talking. I'm not making this up. They discuss this. Now, what's interesting is that why do we put our mezuzah on a slant? Because exactly there's machlokes rishonim, Rashi and Tosfos, Rashi and Rabbeinu Tam. Rashi holds mezuzah should be straight up. Rabbeinu Tam says laying down. So we do a pshara. We go like this. Okay, there's a lot of people that don't know it. Why do we go slanty? Now, Sfardim, if you go to Sfardi house, standing up. You go to Teimani's house, standing up. You go to Eli Stefansky's house, standing up. Because the Gra goes like Rashi. I started understanding why yesterday. Like, why would he do that? Do a pshara. Because it's nishtahin and nishtaher. It's like, but the pshara is a pshara. The Gra says, listen, let's go with Rashi and finish standing up. Okay. And you see, I mean, I asked the Rabbi Loza Kapach, he says, Teimani, go straight up. In other words, that's their Messiah from this. Yeshal mi lisma, you could be Soyrach Rashi. But we go, you don't want to make me machlokes. Okay. But here's something very, very interesting that I think is very important for everybody to know, is this. How do we make sure that our Sefer Torah don't fall out of the Aron Kodesh? Like, if you're Sephardi, you have a nice, round, tall thing, you put it in, it's not going to go anywhere. What do Ashkenazim do? They lean it. That's what I thought. We think we lean it, but we lean it for the halacha, not for the safety. So now when you look in, there's a lot of things we're going to learn, things we don't know. Because look at Taisus over here. It says Taisus, Bein Lepirish HaKuntras, Bein Lepirish Rabbeinu Tam, this kevira, d'chshera, hainu bal achsoin, lo shoichev v'lo zakuf. Inami. So here he's bringing this pshara thing, that it's on an angle. Or inami kiminun. It's like a half a nun, like in the picture. Mechza shoichev, mechza zakuf. Half of it is laying down and half of it is standing up. V'chein pirish v'guz b'lo shenacher. Abba shar mizuz the alma says Taisves, lav hachi avdinon. Elo pirish Rabbeinu havim yushal pirish hakunsh muhammad. According to Rabbeinu Tam, it's completely laying. According to Rashi, it's standing. V'omer Tam says Selamad the mais b'chol yoyim. We do this every day. Sefer Torah oimed al abima hakol oimdim u'shlibu meshiva hakol yoyshvim. Says Taisves that when it's on the bima standing up, and then something's laying down. Now Rabbeinu Tam holds that this idea of laying and standing. Why does Rabbeinu Tam say lay down? Because think about it. The Torah in the Kodesh HaKadoshim was laying down. It was in the Aron. It wasn't like this. It was laying down. So it seems like something another interesting thing. You ever noticed our bimas go like this? Now you think it goes like that because it's easier for Baal Korah to read. L'chayra, it goes like this to do the pshara of the mezuzah, the same idea. Because the Rabbi Tam says it should lay down. And Rashi says just stand up. So the Torah talking about Sfardim, it stands up, they read like this, and Ashkenazim lay down. So there's some sort of pshara, and they say that Rabbi Tam wanted to make a shul where he had a bima that was flat. You know, in Corona, we all did it on our plastic tables. We didn't chap that it's even an issue to go like this. So, then the shul is just convenient, like my stender over here has a little bit of this, because it's better to, no. This is what they're saying. So the Belza and Belza Beis Medrash, they decided to do something special for the Rebbeinu Tam, and they built their bima with less of an angle, almost no angle, like a flat thing to be yaitz to the Rebbeinu Tam. I call upon him, so what do we learn again?
Where do you see that in the Aron Kodesh? It's from that. That's not from here.
Yeah. It's they discuss it over here. This is based on the Rebbeinu Tam, based on this, yeah. That's what he's saying, that in the Aron Kodesh, the whole pshara, the Rebbeinu Tam doesn't come up with the pshara, he says flat. Rashi says stand. We come later with the pshara. So, but it's the same idea. You take this, transfer it from Sefer Torah to this. Could be I'm wrong. Could be it's not true. But that's what I learned. I call upon him. Says the Gemara. So, Eini, but still we have a problem that Rebbe's Beis Medrash is a little door. A lot of shuls have it. I've seen it a bunch of times. That the Rav has a special entrance. He doesn't have to go through everybody, and also people don't have to stand up. He just walks in and goes. What do we do with Rav Huna? He did have a mezuzah on it. This Rabbi said you're not going to like so much. Ahu rogalava. Domer Rav Yudomer Rav. The mezuzah halich achar rogel. There are other people that used to sneak in through that door, and Memela, it requires a mezuzah. But by Rebbe, that he's the only one using it, it doesn't require mezuzah. That's what the Gemara says here. I don't know that we passing like that. But comes out two major chidushim. Chidush number one is that on a Beis Medrash you need a mezuzah. What's pshat in that? We're talking about a Beis Medrash. Rebbe, Rav Huna, there's a mezuzah. It's just because he was not rogel, so Rebbe didn't put one. It's not so many people. Another tremendous chidush. It's not everybody uses the door. You don't need a mezuzah. Big chidush. Omar Reb Zeira, Omar Rav Masna Shmuel. Mitzvah lahanicha b'tchila shlisha elyon. That's why I brought this. Well, I don't need to really bring it. You take the doorpost and you divide it in thirds. This line over here is a third. And then you put the mezuzah right above the line, above it. A few weeks ago, I was in one of the G'dayla Adar's houses in Lakewood, and he had doors that were, I want to say, 10 feet tall, maybe 12, crazy height doors. Yes, that's what I meant. Yeah. And I noticed that his mezuzah is super high. Is that the right thing? I didn't want to say anything at the time. It has to be on the top third. And he was mocking him being on top third. But your kids, nobody can reach it. I'm talking about it's at least 6 feet up. I don't know if you have to reach it. You're right. You don't have to kiss the mezuzah. You don't have to kiss. But is that the right thing to do? So Tosfos says, look at this. Umay tchila shlisha elyon, the comment at the top Tosfos on the base. Sheyosei lo yechekenu min hatikro. Ubishalmi mash beperek beis megillah k'shapech gevoya harbe, very high door. Minicha keneged kseifav. You should put it by your shoulder. V'choylek al shah shalonu. Our shah says that regardless of the size of your door, so that gadol, he had the mezuzah in the right place. Zog the Gemara, Shayaf also, it's the shlish. It's lower down. It's lower down. Okay? They go, it's in Yerushalayim, so they do like the Yerushalmi. I'm making that up. Or Zera Masam or Shmuel. Mitzvah with the shlish elyon. V'Ravuna Amar Maybe Menachos tefach, Umach Menachos tefach. We have 3 sheets over here. Third top, that's basically what we do. We put it over here by this line. Now he's saying you could go do it anywhere in the door. Just make sure it's not by the top and not in the bottom. Don't put it by the ceiling, don't put it by the floor. Anywhere in between is okay. So that's another shita. Rabbi Yehuda says you can put it on the whole entire doorpost, provided it's not very close to the ceiling or the floor. There's a hekesh. Tying your tefillin and writing a mezuzah. Makshira bagoiva, afksiva bagoiva. So just like you have tefillin shorosh, they're on the top part of your head, of your body. So too, the mezuzah should be all the way on the top of the door, right over here, as close to the ceiling as possible. Just as a hagdama to tomorrow's shir and Sunday's shir, it's a test based on what Rabbi Gitman told me, Rabbi Kana, his brother. If you bump into a ganav, and it happened, the famous story, a guy sees a ganav with a pair of tefillin. It's obvious he's not Jewish. He's walking around with tefillin. He says, "How much you want for those?" He says, "I want $200." He says, "Let me try it out." And he puts on the yad and he puts on the shorosh. He says, "And where's the third one for my other hand?" He says, that's what it has. He says, "Oh, that's it. Then it's missing a set. The set is missing. I can only pay $10-15 for this." And the guy was masking. So if that happens to you, and the guy is masking to sell you one out of the two, let's say they both have the same kedusha. They don't. One is more kaddish than the other. But let's say they have the same exact kedusha. Which one would you take? Which one would you buy from him? Shel yad. Why? Why shel yad? Anyway, based on what Rabbi Kana given, you'll see this. Just hagdama. It's a mistake. He said that when you buy a pair of tefillin, you're paying for the shel rosh and you get the shel yad for free, because the amount of work that goes in shel rosh is 100 times more than shel yad. You have to make 4 boxes versus 1, 4 and tight, and you have to make the shins, 2 shins. So the amount of work is 90% of the work goes into the shel rosh. That's why, I don't know if that's the halach, I didn't ask him, but I would try to get the shel rosh because it's much more valuable. Fine, but I'm talking about in terms of value. You got to think about money first. Money first. It's easier to make up the shel yad. You just go to a place and you get a shel yad. You pay a quarter of the price. Anyway, Rav Huna. Where's Rav Huna? Oh, Rav Huna, who says that you can do it in the entire doorway. Who do Amar Rabbi Yehuda? Rabbi Yehuda says the entire doorway. Elul Shmuel. Shmuel says you should do it on the upper third of the door, like we do. Domar, come on, where did he get it from? Like Rabbi Yehuda, like Rabbi Yossi. Rabbi Yossi says put it all the way by the ceiling. Rabbi Yehuda says the entire doorway. So where did Shmuel come up with the third? He goes like Rabbi Yossi that what? That you should put it by the ceiling. Daf Lamed Gimel Beis sponsors. Turning to the Daf at our global, your one-stop shop for all your financial needs. Isaac Castle, in honor of all them, the white divers in South Florida, we shall all be Zoicha, Matzliach, Baruch Nisu V'Gashmis, anonymous, in memory of Moshe Ben Peretz, for Yard Side, Chav Zayin, Shvat. Umay Tchila Shlish Ha'eli in the Kohamar. And what did he mean, Shlish? La'archika. It meaning that there's a maximum that you could go down. Not. He says, put it over here. He says, okay, if you don't put it over here, but you have up to here, that's it. This is the max. This is the line. It's not like this is where you begin. This is where you begin. You go down. If you can't reach up all the way to the ceiling, so you put it over here. But more than this is the max that you could go down. Omar Rava. Mitzvah. We saw that before. It should be close to the Rishus HaRabim. My timer, what's the reason? When you come home, first thing you bump into is a mezuzah. You want to have protection. So protection is you put the guard as far out, as far away from your house as possible. We had a kid here. I might have said it, I just heard it again from somebody. So I don't know if it was in my house or during shir. What?
It's not the same thing you said before. Before you were saying put it on the inside, not the outside.
Right.
You're saying when you have a wide door.
Yeah. It's not the same thing. I didn't say put it on the outside. Put it in the doorway. If you have a very wide Yerushalmi doorpost, like this. So put it closer to the Rosh Hashanah. There was a kid that came here once from South Africa, and he was in shock. He said, "What? You guys don't have like gates around, like electric gates and 10-foot walls, and a lot of the houses they have guards sitting in, and they're made. The walls are made with like a little guard booth, and that's how it is." And he came, he's like, "What? You just walk around, walk into buildings?" He was going crazy. He thought the whole world was like that. This is a very familiar Gemara. You're all going to have to know where it's from. HaKadosh Baruch Hu acts differently than humans. The king, like Khamenei, whatever, Yimach Shemoy, is in a bunker right now, right? With hundreds of those guys watching him. Hashem acts differently. The mezuzah is like a lahavda, HaKadosh Baruch Hu himself watching us from the outside of the door. Shenema Hashem Shem Recha. This must be a good song here. Hashem Shem Recha. Hashem Shem Recha. Hashem Tzilcha Yad Yiminecha. We had this Gemara now with the Zara, where Onkelos became a ger, and the king sent to bring him back, and everybody that came to get him became a ger. And he said, I don't remember which one it was, but at one point he said, "Don't talk to him. You're not allowed to talk to him. You're not allowed to this. Don't get into conversation with him because he's dangerous." And then he said, "You know why we have this mezuzah? Why? Because Hashem watches us. He's not like a regular king." And this is the.
Yes. Hashem Shomrecha, Hashem Tzilcha.
Yad Yeminecha. Yeah, right.
Hashem Yismacha Mikara. Hashem Yishma Tzedcha Uvoecha.
I thought I want to just show this real quickly if I can. This is the Ramah. The Ramah brings, because of Mariel, I thought it's fascinating. Because this guy sent me an email, or somebody mentioned in an email that it might be gaiva to wear tchelas. And I shot back, I said, what do you mean? If it's deraisa, then you're mechuyev to. If it's what you're doing is shtusim, okay. The question is it a joke or it's real? If it's real, it's not gaiva. It can't be gaiva. It's a pasuk in the Torah to do. So something similar, that it just gives us a little bit of a background how of history. Is it gaiva? Whoever has a mezuzah in every room, it's gaiva. Hasidim like to say this. Minhag, what do they call it? What? Minhag avasani b'yadayni. They take minhagim super serious, and it became a minhag. There's one mezuzah in the front door, and Shalom Yisrael. And you going and buying more mezuzahs, you're about gaiva. It's a terrible thing that they're doing. They're being over under the rights of Hadirabanon. Where did he get this silly minhag? And then he goes in, maybe that the houses are dirty and there's women and this. He comes up with all these tirutzim for them, trying to find the thing. But all the way at the end, if you just look at the last lines, you put a mezuzah in every room, and this is how they do it in all the other countries. This is the Ramah. I guess there's a certain. You go to places that they're not so observant, so you're gonna have one mezuzah on a door. It's not a minhag. Check this out. It's beautiful. The art is just out of this world. I keep on hearing this over and over. Now I'm getting a little bit of understanding. A lot of Avrechim and Koil that are doing Kachim are using this year now from Zvachim already. Is it more what? Started with Zvachim. Yeah. Yeah, because there's a. Anyways, what does it mean? The mezuzah is deep into the wall, one tefach. Apostle. Let me say, perhaps I can bring a raya from this following statement. And the Gemara is going to say it's not a raya. What's the raya? Let me say, you put the mezuzah into the beam that's around the door. You put the mezuzah on, and then on top of the mezuzah, you can do that here in Eretz Yisrael, let's say. Put your mezuzah in, and then they come with those thick, Eben Yerushalayim, like this thick, and they put a nice limestone or whatever it is, a mantle, whatever it's called, inside the. Is that okay? It's not okay. Why? Because now your mezuzah is covered by a thickness. It depends how thick the rock is, the stone is. So if talal malbein, if you put a stone on top of your mezuzah, the thickness of a tefach, you need another mezuzah on top. If it's not a tefach thick, you don't need one. It's a great raya that if it's a tefach inside the wall, it's not good. Says the Gemara, no. The door that's behind, the opening that's behind the door. So look at Rashi. I just want to do Rashi with you for 10 seconds because I think your head will start spinning. And then I'm going to show you a picture. On the corner of the house, if that's what miktsaya means, just to understand that word, there's a stationary beam. And there's two doors cut out, one to the south and one to the west. Now, you know that me and south and west don't get along so well. I landed on the wrong runway one time. I have no idea what's going on here. Darim and Ma'ariv, okay. And he put the mezuzah inside the opening of the south. Okay, anyways, I just want to show you the picture in Shalom Yisrael. Here we go. The door, there's two doors on the corner. Is that considered one doorway or two doorways? Very simple. If that beam that's directly in the center, on the corner, is wider than a tefach, then it requires two mezuzahs. If it's narrower than a tefach, then it's one opening, and one opening requires one mezuzah. Here, you did a thing like here, it's very thick. Now you need two mezuzahs. Thin, one. Actually, the article has a picture like this. Our Gemara does not. Mistake. Oh, sorry, where am I? Oh, how could that be the pshat? In that Bryce itself, it brings this case. It says Mefurish. I would not understand that from these words. Opening that's behind the door. There's other pictures in Rashi, other pshatim. Mamish says that halacha in that brisa. So Gemara, Ketzaktani. It's not two separate halachas, it's one halacha. The end part is explaining the beginning. Tana. Let's say you have this, you go to Home Depot, and they have a door frame made out of bamboo. You cut into the bamboo, and you insert the mezuzah into the bamboo. That's the video that we saw with Chaim Kanievsky, because we have a problem of Tasavlim and Asui. Oh, I was in the middle of telling you. I now realize that I ADD'd out of there. We're going to the Psil Techelet. Why did I say that? Because they came to my house, they came here, they brought me a box of gifts, which I'm going to use Be'ez Hashem, like the snail and this. But they have one, like if you go to Mishkan Techelet, you want to buy Techelas, they have a thing with all the types of knots, because there's a lot of different types. This is the Gra, the Rabbit, the Rabbit is like the Gra, but anyway, Rabbit 1, Rabbit 2, Rambam, crazy amount. You have Breslev, you have this, and it's all hanging beautifully. I'll show it one day. What if I took it off? It's ready-made, it's perfect, with all the knots. I snip my tzitzis, put it on, and then just ask my wife to sew the edge, and now I have a perfect tzitzis. I don't have to do the whole thing. No good. Why? Tasa v'loy min asui. If I already have schach built in, because I have a pile of hay, so the schach is there, I just don't have where to live, and I take a shovel, and I cut out a whole suck underneath, no good, because I need to first build the walls, then put the schach on top. I can't have schach and then build the walls. So here also, I cannot put the mezuzah into a door in Home Depot and then hang my door in my house. It's Tasa v'loy min asui. But if you cut it out in the lumberyard and then you brought it home, that's no good. If you have like really bad openings, that's a bad opening, stam, like that's that. I guess I moved it. Interesting. Not here. Oh, here. Let's say I broke the wall open. So I don't have a nice doorway. Huh? Oh, my Pesach Shimoy. You ever heard these names? No, because they say that these are Rabbanon Savaroi. They're not even Amoraim. They came in a later generation, very rare. Tikra would mean this part of the frame, and Shkoife means this part of the frame. You don't have that. And Memela, you don't have to put a mezuzah. Achsadra pturim in a mezuzah. Achsadra. They used to have this like pergola business going between, these are doorways from houses coming into the yard. So they had a covering. If you notice over here, it doesn't have a tzuras HaPesach. It doesn't have a frame on the. You have the walls of the building, but you don't have a frame over there. So you put it from a mezuzah. You don't have the side post. Ask the Gemara, yesh lo psimim chayev is what? If it has side post as so, take a look. Boom, side post. Again, without width. You tell me that you're chayev? L'chizik tikiru ad Davidi. This is not it's not a doorway. It's just to hold that pergola up in there. Even if it has those side posts, you put it from mezuzah. Why? If it's a beam that holds up a ceiling, that's not a doorway. I saw Rabba's achsadra. It had these side posts mamish like this. And he held that you don't have to put a mezuzah. Why? Because it's just there to strengthen, to help the ceiling. Meisvei, Beis Shar. Beis Shar is like a guard's, like mamish, like in South Africa, you have a little guard booth. What was that? What are you showing me? This is it. Anybody who wants to Perikat Chelas, we call Perikat Chelas at the Chelas factory, Pil Chelat. Okay? Kibbut Kal, Yugash Bamakom. Kakal. What's the lighter? Yeah, 36? Oh. Lilishmas Moshe ben Peretz al Shalom, father of Yogi Lashinsky. That we said that. No? No, we didn't say that. Oh, we said that the daf is, breakfast. Doesn't say that. Breakfast, when? Today's breakfast. Lilishmas Moshe ben Peretz al Shalom, father of Yogi Lashinsky. Okay.
Where's the breakfast?
Taking everybody out. Rabbi said we have to hurry up. It's 8:10 and the Olam is piling in. The Beis Shar. Rabbi said here we have a little guardhouse. Achsadra. We saw the Achsadra. This is the Achsadra, right? Umir Pes is in a porch. Chayom mezuzah. How come you're telling me Chayv mezuzah midrabanan? How come you're telling me that Achsadra is part of a mezuzah when it says Mefurish Achsadra is Chayv? Says the Gemara about Achsadra bei Rav. Here we go. Not again. 36. Yeah, no, I did 36. That's the one. Yeah. Next. Achsadra bei Rav. Here we go. Achsadra bei Rav means there's a little like, this is mamish like in America, you have this everywhere, like a front porch. And it has walls on the bottom. There are more than 10 tefachim. So we have to consider that area a room. Why not? Because, look, the walls go. Good asik, mechitzta, whatever, everything. It's good asik, I said, not aches, good asik. Achsadra bei Rav. Says Gemara, Achsadra bei Rav. Kindruna ma'al yaseh. This is mamish a regular room. Says Gemara, oh no. Achsadra miyasa. It's the other type. It's like this. I would take out the glass, because glass probably halachically is a wall. It means that the walls are very low to the floor, and it's all windows, open, like a sunroom, without the glass, minus the glass. So it's not a real room. It doesn't have walls. It has more air than walls. So that's what's potter. Omer Chava, Omer Rabbi Yehuda.
He says Yechayev.
Oh yeah, Chayev, even though it's very open and you think that it's not a room. Omer Rachva, Omer Rabbi Yehuda. Be'er Ziki Chayev b'shtei mezuzos. That's this thing that I showed you. It has an opening to the houses and opening to the yard. that little thing this thing in the middle. Chayv and two mezuzahs. My beer zigom Rav Papa Sabim Shmei Rav Beishar B'such L'Chotzer. It's a small little. How do you say it in English? A butka. No. Like a watcher tower, a guard booth. Ubatim tuchim lebeishar, because it goes to both sides. Yichayv and two mezuzahs. Should we stop over here? Yes. Rabbi Sai, have a wonderful day.
Merit the schus of spreading Torah throughout the world. Sponsor a shir today. MDYsponsor.com or sponsor at MDYDaf.com.